I like any Bill, not just Bill Burr. I just like Bills, you know what I mean? Anyway, so comedians, Bill Burr. I just heard him say funny jokes. It's like he says, well, basically, you know, I don't like Steve Jobs. I don't know what he did. He's not that special, right? I don't see what's so big about him, because like you would see like that perhaps as an insult, which is something I do very often myself, being sarcastic. He's not insulting anyone, he's just joking, everyone's laughing, right? So hopefully you can be laughing and not be insulted, even if you're feeling addressed. Sometimes I do like certain things, sometimes say some logic. I hope you're not gonna like feel like targeted or anything pointed at you. Sarcastic kind of jokes, and maybe not realizing who I'm talking about. And plus, like I said, officially, from now on, when I say boss, that means bitch. When I say bitch, that means boss. So what do you prefer to be called? Anyway, and on top of it, it's like I talk reverse twice. You know what I mean? That's sarcastic on that level. And to add to that shit, my landlord doesn't want to smoke, and that is a must for me. Because if I have to go outside, then that gets me wasting some time. You understand? You won't hear me as well with the wind blowing here, right? Number one. Number two, if I don't smoke, something else doesn't happen in my body that I need to happen better. You understand? So I'm sorry if it insults you. I done everything to mitigate all the problems, like And eventually, I decided that I'm going to stay here until I can build like enough money stacked to buy this house, because I feel it's gonna become a museum if I dream the grandiosity level of my preference, like you all do, right? In any case, if I'm not going to be that successful and you found me dead, and you hear that the landlord of this place, Marco, I'm sorry for his loss, by the way. But anyway, if ever he complains that he has been damaged by me, I would highly appreciate if you can compensate for the damage he specifies. Usually, not such a big thing, you know. Should I have failed to get to a success level before my death? Because I officially declare I'm staying here for life until I'm successful, and even after. Well, I mean, I will just travel sometimes and come back here. No matter how many trillions I have, I just feel I need to redo certain examples, like, remember that buffet full of food? No, 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 options. Never mind. I'm just joking. I guess it's like Mr. Warren, the Oracle. He's an oracle of some type. I'm a rectifier. You could call it an oracle if you like, because the Oracle of Greece said, "Nothing with excess." After saying, "Know thyself," and people have not basically realized, perhaps, that this is not exactly two recommendations, but rather three or more, because it's like know thyself, that's one recommendation, nothing with excess, that's another recommendation, and know thyself not with excess as well, that's a third recommendation. Get it? So the Oracle of Greece were a bunch of drunk women in a cave, and people would come there and it would be illuminated. They wouldn't know exactly the full answer of everything they were asking for, but they would have clues, and they would believe what they were telling them, because they knew from experience that the oracle would teach them stuff that are very good to consider, at least believe. And then, I mean, if you don't get your full answer, that's best way, because this way you have something to do better, even more interesting, and you're at least guided by wisdom, the most powerful you can find. And that doesn't mean you get drunk and you get to that wisdom level. No, 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 no. There's preconditions, okay? I'll tell you what it is that I am: a retarded genius, okay? So, I mean, a retarded genius is realizing this, and that's gonna be evident, undeniable for you, okay, once I explain everything. The precondition to be a genius is to be an idiot, by definition to most people, because, I mean, Einstein went to class and he's like, I don't fully agree with the teacher, right? Is like Newton knowing everything or something, or am I missing something? So he's like raising his hand, hey sir, what if? And they're like, no, 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 shut the fuck up. That's not a what if time, right? So imagine he spent all of his life finding E equals MC square. And then he realizes, holy shit, that could destroy the world. And there's no World War II, right? So he's like, fuck. I guess I'm just gonna take this to my grave. Maybe some other people are gonna find the same, but that's unlikely. And then pressure comes, so he's like, okay, fine, maybe someone else gonna find it anyway. Plus, there's lives at risk we could save, and I am basically safe here where they are asking that from me and they have losing soldiers. So he goes, fine. You understand? So that's why you could have said, hey, who is Einstein? I never heard that kind of rock. What a fucking idiot. Hmm? And then, I don't want to insult him, but I mean, yeah. And then it's like, yeah, I want to help him even more because he is still checking us. You know what I mean? Perhaps, or not sure. I'm not. Don't ask me to prove it. Then I want you to make sure that a rectifier usually is someone who promote something or many things or help you rectify things or perhaps gets you to a better position in a significant amount. And you have to understand that you have to make an assessment quick here. Where have been the most discoveries made where we have been getting us electrons? Well, basically, and Newton was a Christian, right? Why? Because of the benevolence of Jesus that paved the way to his own hell, giving you heaven. Isn't that wisdom? I guess it's not smart for himself, that's called clever for you. And I mean, that doesn't mean that's the, like, um, Christians that are the best. No, it's just that Jesus, you understand, he's the one of the only ones who actually gave his life for us so far, officially speaking, in our history. No one else has been found to be doing that, right? And I'm writing a story where you can be very illuminated, but I kind of broke the computer that has the story on it. The hard disk is fine. Just anyway, we'll have to rectify this another day. And I mean, in China, they found many things at the same time. In China, they had gunpowder and rockets before Europeans. But I mean, they didn't have that kind of person, officially. And on top of it, they were more conservative, more Buddhism was just like, hey, I'm going to um, live another life, so I'm gonna do things tomorrow rather than today. Not exactly. Chinese wisdom is highly advanced. Just the thing is, you have to understand that they still got benefited from Europeans, just like Europeans got benefited from them, right? So, what was the point of getting us rectified by Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad? Well, basically, those were, if you notice, were coming from a land where you have scarcity. This is making sure you get like imaginating, anticipating, attacking your village next door because you are now surprised by winter, no more food for your children. So your altruism is like, shit, I need to prioritize. And then I mean that gets you get better weapons. And usually when you go to someone, like someone in paradise, and you tell him, hey, can you come with me? He's like, fuck you. Are you stupid? So you need to have a little convincing method, you know what I mean? And then I guess this gets us a bit forgiven. If you can forgiveness, forgive us the past. So if you're almighty, you can say you can even forgive the future. But I mean, I don't know. That's not me. And you have to understand. You have to understand. You have to understand. funny is that if everyone is unique, that means no one is, kind of thing. Anyway, you know how to move like a lizard? No? You know, I go like, I guess I'm a comedian. Sometimes I play a clown on myself. It's just to keep you attention. And I guess that's something teachers in school could do sometimes, you know, because when you notice the people are not paying attention, you do something, instead of saying, hey, you, shut up, you do something really funny, the, the kids laugh, and whoever didn't pay attention regret to not having been doing that. So the rest of the class says, ha ha, you didn't pay attention, you missed it. No, I mean that would be smart, I would think. And you know, I learned this from a teacher in physics. He used to slap his hand every time he would like trying to get his people attentioning. Just if you're doing the same thing all the same time, like you might be like diversifying, like I do, like with my fingers, like I this, I go like this. Eventually, I can like, and people like, are you like a cracker of your fingers or something? Like, are you stupid? No, I guess I'm just. I'm no, I'm learning things along. I'm discovering. Okay. I'm gonna do this. You a crane. You're gonna find your money. Let's play this game. Rules of the game. Greg, he always says either the truth, either a lie, either a metaphor, either a sarcastic joke, either a normal joke, or perhaps something else. But let's remove the perhaps something else from the options, and the game is like those options, and whenever I state something, you must be pressing on a button. You know who's the winner? That doesn't mean he's right, but the winner is usually whoever the biggest percentage of the people have been choosing. Okay? Because, like survey says, remember Steve Harvey? Never mind. And I guess it's usually by preference like this 49% of the time, it's the male population that is the higherly better to be right? Right? Because I need to fix arrogance, like your brain moves like noodles. And 51% of the population of some other gender. I can't remember. I think I'm like dyslexic. I think I'm thinking about my anyway. So I guess I'm gonna have to get you to guesstimate what the hell interpretation could go in numerous way. I'll let you fly with your imagination, but I guess you could go like crazy. You know, you could learn me like a riddle me this. I have no way to mitigate certain things. Like what? Like your assessment of me if I do things